So these problems are just substitution problems. In for the given variables, you're going to plug in these numbers. -3 for A, -7 for B, and C for 2. So in the first one, you're going to have 3 times -3 times -7 minus 5 times -3 times 2. So -3 times -7 is or actually, when you go through and do this multiplication, you should do these two first. 3 times -3 is a -9 times -7 minus 5. Well, 5 times -3 is just going to be a -15 times 2. Now to multiply these two together, -9 times -7 is a positive 63, which you're going to subtract -15 times 2, which is a -30. But when you do positive 63 minus a -30, you get a positive 93, because you change subtraction to addition and then change the -30 to a positive 30. So your answer is 93. On 18, you're going to plug in -3 for A, -7 for B, and you're going to multiply 2 times 2. So work inside this parentheses first. You get 3 signs are same, so you're just adding those together, times -2, minus, well, 2 times 2 is just 4. 3 times -10 is -30, minus 4, change to plus a negative, -30 plus a -4. Signs are the same, so you add them. You end up with a -34. Okay, on these next problems, we're looking for patterns. Whenever we look for patterns, we just look for the difference between numbers. So the difference between 7 and 5 is 12 and 7 is 5. Between 7 and 2 is 5, and 2 and -3 is 5. And you're not adding 5 each time, you're actually adding -5 or subtracting 5. So you subtract 5 from 3, you get -8. Subtract 5 again, you get -13. That is the next two numbers. And your rule would just be subtract 5 from each number. Okay, for the next one, you look at the differences. You get 1, you get 3, you get 6, you get 10. Well, hopefully you might recognize those numbers. If you do, you might recognize that those are the triangular numbers. 1, 3, 6, 10 are triangular. The next triangular number is 15. The way you remember is 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. So 24 plus 15 is 39. The next triangular number is 21 because you got to do 15 plus 6. That's going to be 39 plus 21 is 60. So your rule is add the next triangular number. So add the next triangular number. Okay, in the next problem, you look for differences. 27 plus, well, the difference between those two is 27. The next difference is 36, then 18, then 24. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing a pattern in those numbers. Whenever you have a hard time seeing a pattern in the differences, what's a good idea is look for multiplication. Well, if you look for multiplication here, you might notice 27 times 2 is 54. Then you might notice that 54 divided by 3 is 18. And then 18 times 2 is 36. And 36 divided by 3 is 12. So the next thing we're going to do is multiply by 2, and so we're going to get 24. Then we're going to divide by 3, and you get 8. So 24 and 8 are the next two numbers. So your rule is multiply by 2, then divide by 3.